This is the Ms.Fit Vegan podcast, episode 304. Today we're going to answer a question, so thank you very much for sending me your questions. If you have one for me, my email is jd@msfitvegan.com. Now, this question came in, and let's just get into it. Here we go. I heard that tannins in large quantities harm us. There are a lot of tannins in bananas and mangoes, and many raw vegans do not eat mangoes and bananas because it causes gas. I feel bad when I eat more than 3 bananas. What to do with it? What do you think about this? I love you. Please make a video about tannins, how to feel good from fruits that have a lot of tannins in them. I hope I'm saying this word right because I've never heard of this word in my life. I just looked up tannins. Is that the word? Tannins are a class of astringent polyphenolic biomolecules that bind, sorry, I'm not a scientist, biomolecules that bind to and precipitate proteins and various other organic compounds, including amino acids and alkaloids. The term tannins refers to the use of oak and other bark in tanning animal hides into leather. What in the world? So they're a class of astringent polyphenolic biomolecules that bind to and precipitate proteins. They're naturally found in plant seeds, bark, wood, leaves, and fruit skins. Fruit skins? Because this person says that bananas and mangoes have a lot of tannins, and we don't eat the skins of those things. Who told you? You see, this is the problem. I'm going to try to answer the question, but who in the world told you this? I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond to them and ask who told you this. This is insane. And I've never heard, I've been raw vegan for 12 years. I've never heard of tannins before. And then now I looked up, are tannins harmful? And, oh Lord, we're focused on the wrong thing here. Tannic acid is moderately toxic by inhalation and ingestion exposure. Okay, I don't know if that's the same thing. Tannins do not pose a health issue. Some of the richest and most commonly dietary sources of tannins include tea, coffee, wine, and chocolate. The astringent and bitter flavors that are characteristic of these foods and beverages are usually attributed to their abundant supply of tannins. What is the question? I don't eat fruit be cute. What? There are a lot of tannins in mangoes and bananas, and many raw vegans do not eat mangoes and bananas. What raw vegans do you know that don't eat mangoes and bananas? How do you eat a raw vegan diet without eating mangoes and bananas? I don't know how that's possible. Because it causes gas. Well, I don't have any gas at all. You can ask my roommate. I never pass gas. I only get bloated when I eat things in different, like, if I eat lots of things at once, I will get bloated. Like if I eat nuts and seeds, oranges, bananas, apple, like I mix a whole bunch of stuff. So I try to keep it very, very simple. Now, you said that you feel bad when you eat more than 3 bananas. But now my question to you is, what else are you eating throughout the day? Okay, what are you eating? Because gas doesn't just come from one thing. If you're getting gas when you have fruit, that's because the fruit is pushing out other things. Okay? Fruit does not cause gas. Fruit is your species-specific food. But if you're eating something like, I don't know, raw vegan Snickers bars, and then you're eating bananas, you're probably going to have some gas because the bananas are going to digest extremely quickly. And the raw vegan Snicker bars are going to take hours, okay? Up to 24 hours, depending on what you're using. If you're using cashews, almond butter, peanut butter, dates, walnuts, cacao, what are you putting in there? Now, that's raw vegan Snicker bars. Are you eating bread? Are you eating cereals, cookies, cakes, meat, dairy? I don't know what else this person is eating. In my expertise, if I have an expertise, I was going to say experience, but then it turned into expertise. In my expertise, I get these questions from people that are not raw, because it's almost like they're trying to prove that the raw vegan diet doesn't work. I guarantee you, and thank you, they said they loved me, so that was nice. I love you too, I think. But the thing is that I just feel like you are definitely not eating a raw vegan diet or a healthy vegan diet, because if you're concerned about tannins in the bananas and mangoes, that means you're kind of looking for proof that fruit and vegetables are not healthy. And it's like, this is what carnivores do. Like, here's the thing. You can find something wrong with everything. I have no doubt that you can find negative articles and scientific studies that have proven that bananas and mangoes are not healthy. But see, I want to encourage every single person to go to the cancer ward of their local hospital and find out how many raw vegans are in the cancer ward, or in the even in the emergency room, or in the, maybe a raw vegan's going to go to the emergency room because they got hit by a bus or something, right? But like, how many, I didn't mean to say emergency room, I meant to say ICU, okay? And how many raw vegans are in the hospital in general getting surgeries and that are there for treatment? They had strokes, or they had, preventable diseases. Now, some people are going to get upset because they're going to say that strokes and cancer are not preventable. They are. It's not. You see, what you're eating every single day is creating your future. And so if you're eating crap and animal products and processed foods for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and then you get a stroke, yeah, that's because of the food you were eating, my boo. These are preventable diseases, and that's what I'm doing. I'm helping women, because I can't work with men because I'm not a man. I'm helping women to prevent suffering in the future, to prevent. I'm in the prevention business, and doctors are in the, let me be nice here. I guess we'll just say that they're in the treatment business. Okay, so my favorite kind of clients, and I do have a lot of clients with health issues, but my favorite clients are the people that there's nothing wrong with them. It's rare. It's rare that I get a client like this, but because usually people don't change unless they have to change, or unless they're in pain, right? And that's how I changed, okay? Like, I was at a rock bottom. I was in severe emotional pain, physical pain. I had severe acne. I was overweight and all these things. And so, that's very common that, you reach a point of you'll do anything. You'll even eat healthy, okay? And that's what I did. And so, my favorite clients, though, are people that just discovered, like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're not overweight. And they discover the raw vegan diet somehow, and they just want to do it, even though they don't have any health issues, but they know that they've got to eat now for the future. The way you're going to feel in the future and the diseases that you're going to have or not have in the future is determined by what you eat now. So now back to the tannins. What to do? What do you think about it? If you're eating bad after you eat 3 bananas, what else are you eating? I can't help you if I don't know what else you're eating. If you're just eating bananas, which is not really I know you're not just eating bananas because you're asking me about tannins. Who told you about tannins? And you know what's crazy? I can't even read this person's name. It's definitely a name from another country. It's like, I guess it's Russian, the Russian alphabet. It looks like the name is Awa. Did my roommate just send me this to troll me? But it looks like Aawa, last name Makaposa. But like the letters kind of look like Russian or something. But anyway, I'll respond and let you know that I did a podcast on your question. Thank you very much for this question. I learned something new today because of you. I learned I got to be careful with these tannins. How to tell English is not your first language. I can see now. Okay, so you're probably, let me know where you're from. This is cool. This is a cool name. I just can't pronounce it because I don't know what that letter is. It's not an A. But how to tell good fruits that have a lot of tannins in them. Yeah, I'm not the one, boo. I'm not the one who can answer this question because I don't do this kind of stuff. Did you guys know that cigarettes have niacin in them, vitamin B3? I know that's very random, but my point is that you can find bad things about every fruit and vegetable, and you can find good things about everything out there that's not good. Cigarettes and alcohol, they say like alcohol has some benefits and coffee has some benefits, and I bet you cocaine has some benefits. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. Here's what you do. You eat fruit. You gonna be cute. That's it. And it's not cute to have gas, so I understand your frustration. But you gotta stop eating the things that cause the gas. The fruit doesn't cause the gas. Okay, you're telling me, let's do a hypothetical, guys, because I can't ask them more questions. You tell me you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is eat 3 bananas and it gives you gas. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, what did you have for dinner last night? Are you having beans? Are you having rice or bread or meat or dairy? What are you having last night? Because the banana's not causing you gas, my boo. The fruit always gets blamed. The fruit is like the stepchild that nobody likes. And it's just like, I don't understand why fruit is always the problem. Fruit's always the cause of everything. Well, I get it, I guess, because it's so cleansing that it seems like it's the fruit. It does, yeah, I understand. Because it's like you were fine, quote, fine, quote, before you ate the fruit. And now that you ate the fruit, now you're gassy and you might be bloated or whatever. That's because the fruit is trying to cleanse. And I know people that they're very toxic. They have a lot of toxins in them, a very highly impacted colon, and they eat fruit and they break out right away. Okay, why is that? They're not allergic to fruit. The fruit is cleansing. The fruit is getting out the toxins. And so when toxins go into your bloodstream, you feel a reaction. You get a reaction. Okay, so a rash or breaking out or something. And so you have to understand that it is not the fruit's fault, that the fruit is trying to help you cleanse. Get some colonics. Yeah, this happened to me. I started eating a lot of fruit in 2011. I got extremely sick. I got a colonic. I was better within an hour. You understand me? I have not gotten sick since. I haven't had a cold since 2011. I haven't had bronchitis since 2011. I had chronic bronchitis every single year growing up, starting at the age of like 13 or 14, every single year until 26. Chronic bronchitis, always getting always getting the flu, always having a cough, always every single morning. I could not breathe. I had severe sinus issues, so many problems that I thought were normal. Knee pains, headaches, diarrhea. Then I was constipated, bloated. I looked pregnant. And I just didn't understand why. And of course, I didn't even think that it was my diet. I mean, I was always trying to be healthier, but I just thought that it was part of being human, having all these different health problems. And now I understand that it's not. This is not what we're supposed to be feeling. We're not supposed to have headaches. We're not supposed to have stomach aches. We're not supposed to have the flu and colds. And, you know, a lot of us don't even know how good we can feel. A lot of us have no idea how amazing we can feel until we feel it. So I encourage everybody listening to stay on the path and eat as much fruit and veggies, fresh, ripe, juicy, delicious fruit and veggies as possible. And, you know, be careful about those tannins, though. You don't want to get too healthy now. You don't want to get too healthy. Thank you guys for listening. If you have questions about tannins, perhaps don't send them, because this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Look, here's another article. Do tannins cause inflammation? Because of their antioxidant properties, tannins, like all phytochemicals, also help combat inflammation. Oh, so now tannins are good for you? Oh, I can't keep up. This is why I avoid all of the nonsense, most of the nonsense on the internet. And when I'm consuming content, I don't consume content from people that are going to confuse me, okay? Because, and like, for example, people like John Kohler, I gotta say, I used to watch a lot of his videos back in the day, but ever since he's not raw anymore and he's promoting cooked food and he's promoting all these supplements and like freeze drying and drinking like juicing cannabis and just, I don't know, these crazy things. It's just like, maybe you just needed a different hobby at this point. So me personally, guys, to stay sane, and I'm not trying to insult him, but he's just taking it way too far. And when I interviewed him and he told me that he wants, he's taking a whey supplement until he can have somebody who will donate breast milk to him. That's when I was like, you know what, let me just not consume your content anymore, because you are what you consume. In your mouth, in your ears, and your eyes, and I don't want to go crazy. And so I consume a lot of different content. I don't consume a lot of food content anymore or nutritional content anymore. I did that for like 10 years, and now I consume a lot of motivational content, mental toughness. I love Wayne Dyer. I was listening to him earlier. I love Tony Gaskins, so like relationship content. Oh, John Gray, who I'm going to interview soon, actually. You know, learning how to be a better communicator. And I consume content by like Teal Swan, talking about how to deal with my emotions. I learned how to do EFT, and I consume content about the powers of EFT. Like I don't consume too much nutritional content anymore personally, because I don't want to drive myself crazy, and I don't want to be one of those people that are just writing into people asking about tannins. You see what I'm saying? I've discovered the way, and I've cracked the code to be my healthiest version physically. Okay, so now I'm discovering the way to be my healthiest version mentally and emotionally, because that's what I still have to work on. So I consume the content that I have to work on. Once you crack the code and you stay raw vegan or high raw, and you stay off processed foods for 5 years, I don't think you should continue consuming content that is going to negatively affect you in any way. You see, if I was watching videos on people talking about the dangers of tannins, it might affect me and I might not be raw anymore, you know, because you just become like a hypochondriac learning all these things. Oh, and here's another thing I was going to say. Right now, so many people sent me articles and reels and YouTube videos on how Costco just recalled frozen fruit. And I just want to say, so they said in the article, just so you guys know, that the strawberries that Costco were selling caused hepatitis A, and so you got to throw them out immediately. And I got Costco strawberries in my freezer. I'm not throwing them away. This is ridiculous. This is so stupid, and I just don't fall for it. I'm sorry. I just don't fall for it. And if there is hepatitis A in those strawberries, well, then I was meant to get hepatitis A, and I was meant to heal it naturally on a raw vegan diet. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not into the fear mongering. I'm not into it, and I don't believe that strawberries can cause hepatitis A. I just don't believe it. I don't know. It just might be me. I just might be crazy, but I don't believe everything that's out there in the mainstream media. I have my own beliefs, and I don't get worried about things like this. And I also am not worried about, like, so many of my friends are worried about the banks. They're like, Jeanette, did you take your money out the bank? The banks are going bankrupt. It's just like, no, I didn't take my money out, and I'm not going to worry about it. Because there's always something. They're always trying to stress you out. They're always trying to make you worry. You know why? The more stress and fear you have, the lower your immune system is. The higher your cortisol levels are. No, it's not for me. I'm going to just stick to what I know and consume the content that I love, that makes me feel good, that I get to learn something new every day. And I don't consume these things, and I don't believe in the media, and I don't believe the lies. How do I know if they're telling the truth about these fucking hepatitis A strawberries? I'm not throwing away good-ass organic strawberries. No. I'll risk the A. I'll risk the A, B, C, D, and E. And I know some people are just like, that's crazy. Well, I'm crazy. And, by the way, I did an interview the other day with someone, and I can't wait to announce it, and I can't wait to, put it out there into the world, but, have to wait for her editor to edit it, and then they're going to send it to me, and then we're both going to post it. And honestly, I was so freaking nervous, because, I met somebody that I've been following on YouTube for a long time, and she interviewed me, and I was so nervous, and I have no idea what I said, but I pray that something was good. I pray. I know that something was good in the interview, because afterwards, one of the sound engineers, because it was in a studio, and one of the sound engineers said that he is never going to eat McDonald's again, and he is considering going vegan because he was just blown away at the interview. And I don't know, I'm really excited. Really, really excited. And I'm proud of myself. I did not say dead animal body parts even once, and he still got inspired. So that's good. That's a good thing. And because just her channel, I was just like, maybe this is not the place for that. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I don't know how to end this, as you can see, but I'm going to go eat some Tannins, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, boo. Okay, while I was posting this, I just thought of one more thing I wanted to say real quick. To the tannin person, you're worrying about the wrong things. You're worrying about the wrong things. That's what I wanted to say, and I just lost my train of thought. I don't know where I went. But tannins are the least of your problems. The mucus and the parasites and the DNA of animals. These are things we need to be concerned about if you're eating animals. If you're vegan, you need to be concerned about the life force in your food. You need to be concerned about the processed foods that contain chemicals and toxins that have been proven to cause disease. We need to worry about those things, not the tannins in fruit. I promise you, I would be very, very sick right now from a tannin overdose if there were too many tannins in bananas and mangoes. Because truth be told, for the past 12 years, I've eaten more bananas and mangoes than probably every other fruit. I mean, you can put oranges and grapes up there too. And of course, watermelon. But bananas and mangoes are a staple for me, especially bananas, right? Now that I moved to Florida, yeah, I have mangoes a lot. But bananas, every day for 12 years, I would definitely be sick. I would be very, very, very sick. And I don't look sick, and I don't feel sick. And I haven't been sick in 12 years. So and yeah, my health, listen, I go through some things, I had a toothache, had this, I go through some things sometimes too, right? But I haven't been sick, meaning have to go to get antibiotics, having to go to a doctor, having to take time off of work and having to uproot my life and just and take medications and have surgeries and things like this. I haven't had to do that in 12 years. I think tannins are all right. I think you're worried about the wrong thing. So just take a deep breath. Go get you some bananas and mangoes. Stop eating the crap that is making you feel like crap. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, boo.